Hi, I'm the nature guy from Campus. It's winter out here, and today I want to talk to you about camels. That's right, camels. Well, it's getting very close to Christmas, and we all know that in the Christmas story, camels play an important role. So I thought it'd be appropriate for this time of year to have our nature nugget about camels. My story about camels comes from a visit I made about 8 years ago to the city of El Ain in the United Arab Emirates. El Ain is very old and is an oasis. Now, an oasis is a place where there's water, and all around it is desert, and in this case, the Arabian Desert. And so years ago, before there were cars and roads, the only way to get somewhere was on a camel following trails through the desert. And El Ain was one of the stops where people from further east, like those traveling from Yemen or Oman, would rest and get food and water when they crossed the desert going west towards places like Bethlehem, where Jesus was born. So maybe, just maybe, the wise men from the east stopped here to get food and water as they followed the star. So I thought that this would be a very good place for me to be a real tourist and take a ride on a camel. And that's what we did. It looks pretty simple, doesn't it? Well, not quite. You see, camels are so tall that in order to get on one, it has to first sit down. Then you get on. And here's where it gets exciting. In order to stand up, the camel has to first get up into a kneeling position with its front legs. So you get tipped way back. Whoa! Then it has to stand up on its back feet first, and you get tipped all the way forward. Yikes! Until at last the camel is standing on all four legs, and you are ready to go. The other camels just seem to watch and smile. I think they have fun because everyone seems to make the same faces when the camel gets up. Well, enough of that. Camels are cool, partly because they have a thick coat of hair to keep the sun from baking them. Camels also have long eyelashes to protect their eyes, and they can hold their nostrils closed to keep the dust out when it's windy. Camels also have two big toes on each foot, which helps them walk in the soft sand. But probably the most famous feature of a camel is its hump. One species has one hump, and the other has two. These are made of fat inside. So when the camel goes on a long journey over the desert, like the wise men from the east, then the camels break down that fat for energy. And a byproduct of that digestion of the fat is that water is formed. That's right, water. So the camel can go days at a time without food or water and get their rider through the most difficult and dangerous desert. Wow, that's just cool. So 2020 has been a pretty difficult year, but we can learn a lesson from the camels. Even though things are tough, they keep on going. And that's what God wants us to do. Keep on going, finding those we can help, and bring a bit of cheer this season. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.